And what does nature mean to you? Part 2.
Nature is a vehicle for people to go on a journey because it has no barriers. The unpredictable nature of nature just shows that it's so important in our lives, and like the natural world has so many opportunities, and like I think it's important to kind of keep the natural world with respect.
And what does nature mean to everybody?
Protect it. That's about it.
What was that?
Protect it.
Judges.
Nature means the holder of everything and just giver of life to everyone on earth. Yeah, that's what nature means to me.
To Mr. Garrett.
Peter Garrett?
To Peter Garrett.
And what does nature mean to you?
It's everything. It's life. It's, if we don't start taking it seriously and looking after it, it's worse for the planet. It's shocking. It's a bit of a worry, the way things are going. Well, I really can't say much. But I'm actively involved in planting trees. I've been for a long time in my place. I definitely act locally. I don't think so much globally still. No, it's my concern about the future for our kids and that worries me. Where will it all end? No, I can't say much more. Thanks anyway.
Nature. I guess because I'm a city boy, that nature is something that exists elsewhere. So it's somewhere usually that I'm not, and then I go to nature. That's what it means for me, like an escape. It shouldn't, but I guess because I'm from a city it does.
Lots of bugs, insects and wildlife, trees and plants and grass, and hay fever, because I get really bad hay fever, so I'm often sneezing. And that's what I can think of.
What does nature mean to you?
Well, at the risk of sounding like a pseudo-overeducated idiot, I'd say that nothing is natural because nature is a concept that's taught to us. And the fact of saying that something is just natural is only due to the fact that everyone's told you that that's just the way it is from you were, since you were small. So, wank, wank, wank. I don't really know what nature means to me, but personally I like to be among trees and mountains and grassy knolls and caves and places like that because it makes me feel at one with the earth, but I can't answer that question.
What does nature mean to you?
It's the nature of creation, or the nature of God. It's even human nature. Yeah, it's the whole system, as we are all its parts. Let's come together, let's be who we are, and study, observe our nature, learn from nature.
When I think of nature, I think of the bush, like places I used to bushwalk as a child. We used to live on the back of a nature reserve, so we could actually go down our paddocks and get lost in the natural wilderness. Yeah, it just means something that's been undisturbed by man's civilization of buildings and structures.
自然とはすごく偉大なもので、到底人間の力では不可能ことできないものだと思います。雑い。
Yeah, so I talk to my trees every day now. They're there, they listen. And you can feel, even my husband, not that he worked because he was busy working.
So you get jealous?
Gets jealous. No, but you know what? Because when you work and you're focused on, because you have to make money to live. But honestly, when your income's taken off you, everything else. No one can help you. Who's going to help you? No one can help you, because who's going to give you money? You can't. You just have to go with the flow. You have to just breathe and live for the moment. You know what I mean?
How the bad though, you'll be so much a little bit. Will you be so much? You'll be how there will be bubble. You'll be so much. Mobile over follow cover. Cô mình chớ đây giờ bằng sao?
I met some people who find nature in seemingly artificial spaces, in tiles. A little flecks in the concrete that once were great mountains, big boulders, now have been broken down into rocks, practical spiritual elements of society.
Even this chalkboard here to come from somewhere. I think it must have been nature.
It's wood.
I don't know about the chair. But ultimately what made the chair must have come somewhat from nature.
Nature around us. It's not just the physical and literal nature. It's everywhere. It's the ephemeral belief humans have about nature. I guess it underpins everything in our world. Yeah. That's huge.
That's what nature is.
Huge. That's what nature is. That's what it's all about. Just nature. You just can't put something down. Is concrete nature. It's man-made. Existential. It exists within our nature. Nature. How do you define that? Who would know? That's a tough one. It is tough. Nature. I'm gonna have to think about it. Thank you.
Nature is immensely abundant, and yet we as people, yeah, sure, we're abundant too, and yet how much more abundant are we able to be? There is immense collective wealth in this world. Self-interest serves us only so far. In the collective whole, to share our collective abundance, to back into the environment, is a very simple solution to bring about real results. So yeah, let's work on it. Get together and work on it. Thank you.
But my husband, when we've been going through all this, last year, he's actually seen, nature deities. He's seen Green Man in the trees. He has seen everything, and they're really there and they help you. You've got to be open to it and believe. And you know how they say, believe expect the best, and you will get the best. And when they say you're going to have a successful life, success is in the soul, not in the wealth, So yeah, so when you get the wealth in the soul, you will have wealth on the planet.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, I find when I can't trust people, or just through our education or what have you.
Oh, education. Well, that's another story. God, how long
that
have
I
we
can
got?
trust the nature, like the trees won't lie, they don't have that. And yeah, it's just kind of the natural.
But who looks after us? But this, our surroundings.
Yeah, it's nature.
And what does nature mean to you? Feedback welcome.